Oh, whew, another day. How is everybody? Today, I want to talk about something that you may have heard about, but you may not really understand. Something called deep fakes. Hi, Mariana. Nice to see you. This is something that everybody should be on the lookout for, should watch out for. If you Google deep fakes, you'll see some pretty amazing stuff. They have the capability now. So, you know what they do with cartoons, right? Where they have the animals look like they're actually speaking. They can take people who even have passed away and make them like Princess Leia, right? And they reanimate them and make them look like they're like a real person talking. Um, but that's not just Hollywood stuff. The technology is out there to do that quite easily with regular people, with videos of regular people, where they take and they track all the different points in your face, and then they can change it and they can change your voice and they can make it look like an actual video of somebody saying things that video was never taken, and it's really really hard to detect. The quality level of that is so good that it can take months before they're able to really break it down and determine if this was a deep fake video or a real video of the person speaking. What is the danger of this? The danger of this is that if somebody is trying to get somebody or discredit someone, they can make a video of them and make it look like they're saying something really terrible. They could be make it look like they're, saying something racist or something, um, you know, really obnoxious or illegal, right? Or whatever that is. And they can create a video of them. And you know how much faith we put in videos, because we think, well, that's the person. I saw them say it. They were on TV. They said that was the video of them, right? And we just immediately assume that that is true and that that is real. Now, why is this such an issue? It's because that's one of the few things left where we can say, okay, well, I saw that person say that with my own eyes, right? But even now, we cannot even trust that. And that is scary, right? Before, we'd say, well, they didn't send that email. It wasn't from their computer. Somebody else wrote that thing and they signed their name to it, right? There's lots of ways in which we could be like, okay, we know that people lie and cheat about this, but we feel like if we actually see them do it, then it's true. But now we can't even trust that. And that's so scary. We can't trust our own eyes. We can't trust a video of somebody speaking and saying something, and it looks totally real, totally natural. And if you go Google deep fakes, you'll see them pop up, and you watch these videos, it blows you away. It blows you away at what they're capable of doing. So, what can happen like this? Somebody's out to attack somebody, a politician, an activist, right? They can make a video like this and post it. And what happens whenever something like this happens? Does the news ever report when the thing gets rebutted? No, right? They make a big deal and a big splash and they put it on all the headlines. This person said this, right? And it can completely destroy somebody's career. And then, a few months later, when they've managed to determine that this was in fact a fake, they might put a little teeny post-it at the bottom saying, oops, sorry, that was a fake video. The person didn't say it, right? But at that point, that whole person's life is destroyed already. So, why am I talking about this? Is because it just is another instance of where we need to be aware. Hey, Mariana. Where we need to be aware and we need to learn to kind of analyze things critically, to trust our gut, to trust our instinct, not just to accept everything that we are being told. And even sometimes, what's scary, we can't always accept what we see with our own eyes. I mean, that is really scary when you think about it, right? We can't even accept that somebody's made a video and that they're speaking about something. We know that they can modulate voices and they can change voices, and they can take bits and pieces of people's voices and create a composite, right? Recordings of them and create a composite to say something totally different. They've been doing that for years. I mean, you see that in the old spy movies, right? And they got a little tape recorder and they've cut together the catchphrase. But now they can do it to a whole other level where it's very hard for even professionals to detect it. It can take months of detective work to unwind it and see if that was a fake or not. So I guess what I'm trying to say here is, how do you tell? How can you tell? And I think one of the key things is if it seems out of character for that person, right? If it seems like, well, that's not something that person would say. That doesn't sound right. I know I've listened to their videos, I've watched them, I've like seen how they live their life, the work they're doing, the volunteer work, whatever it may be, right? When someone's trying to discredit someone or tear somebody down with something like this, then you got to be on the alert and look out and say what else might be going on behind the scenes. Why might they be being discredited? So if someone's like, I didn't say that, that wasn't me, that was a fake, um, actually, pay attention because that might really be true. And how can we tell? Like I said, it's about looking at that person's history and saying, does this sound like it's consistent with what I know about this person's character, with what this person speaks on, what this person talks about? Does it seem like it's consistent or not? Because this stuff is very real, and it is going to be used to stop people, to discredit people who are against the uh, against whatever. It could be against the system, against competitors, right? There's all kinds of reasons why people would use a tool like this that is so powerful and so damaging and so dangerous. And of course, it's scary that somebody can violate us in that kind of a way. But I want you guys to be aware of this. So go research it, go look it up, go Google it, see what these are, learn about them, and just become conscious about how the media and how people can use these kinds of tools to discredit those that they don't like, or those that they're trying to fight against, or even just competitors in the market, right? Or political competitors. There's just all kinds of ways that we have to be careful and be aware that these things can be used. And, you know, it's about using your intellectual capacity, your analytical capacity a lot more than just relying on, well, I saw him and they said it, right? Because these days that may not even be true. I mean, I saw someone showed me that their company was creating an entirely fake person, and they were using this person, this avatar, to make videos, to post, to they created a fake person. And this they like had studied like what are the features this person needs to have. And hey Jay, nice to see you. They'd studied the features of this avatar, and it still looked like they had pictures and videos and stuff, and it still looked a little bit like, a little bit like graphics, but it was really, really close to looking like a completely normal human person, right? It was a little too perfect. And it had like, there was a little bit of things you could kind of see, that it looked like a really good, animation, maybe like a realistic animation. But they were almost there. They were almost to the point of really getting this fake person to look like a real person. And they were going to use this fake person for marketing, right? And for connecting with people. And they were creating, and so it's like, it's scary when you realize, well, I can't even trust like that this person that I like, that I follow, right? this sexy girl that's like doing all this stuff on camera and on YouTube and Instagram and whatnot. They were literally creating a fake person, a fake with a fake personality, way of speaking, voice, everything that they could use for marketing. And that's kind of gets creepy, when you think about how people and marketers and even politicians and government will be able to fool you using these avatars, which are not even real people, and having them say whatever they want and having them advertise or market products. And that's just to me, that's a really kind of a sick thing to do. It's a very dangerous thing to do, because we want to trust the people who are promoting things, right? We want to trust that they actually did use that product, or you know, and it's so hard to do that these days with everything that is possible and everything that's out there. Hey Jay, thank you. He says you're right. Yeah. Hey Victor. Hey Miguel. So just watch out for that. You're going to start seeing that more and more. Try to be aware of the little signals and signs that say that this person isn't real, or that this is a bot, or that this is, a deep fake, right? A deep fake where they've made it look like somebody is saying something that they never said. And it's a video of them and it looks completely real, but it's actually a manufactured thing. It's a false. So that's, it's more and more challenging, I think, for us in this technology age to know what is true, to understand what is true. And it's just so much harder for us, right, to be able to figure that out. Hey, Arshita, good to see you. We're talking about deep fakes and lies in media and how they're making this just so much more harder to detect. So go back and watch it, and go back and research and look up deep fakes on the internet and watch the videos that they've created. They're just so amazingly realistic, and understand how this tool can be used to go after people, political dissidents, right? Activists, competitors. They can use this type of tool to discredit people by making it look like they're saying something that they never said. And that is hugely, hugely dangerous and a very, very scary future. But hopefully, so if this happens and you see this happen and someone said that wasn't me, I didn't do that, I didn't say that, that's a fake, then realize that's a real thing that's really going on. And so pay attention and, look at it and compare and say, is this consistent, right? Is it consistent with other stuff that I know about this person, that I've seen them say and do? And, you're just going to have to use your own judgment so much more these days. And that's true with everything from the media, right? Because the media isn't going to research that and look into that. They're just going to post it and be like, oh my God, this person said this horrible thing, right? And then when it comes time to retract it and they're like, oops, it was a fake, they're not going to post that very loud. They're just going to kind of put in a little byline at the bottom. So just be aware that this is going on, and, so that you are not caught up in it and deceived. That's what I wanted to say today. All right. Thank you for the hearts. It's good to see you. Good evening. Good morning. And I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day, beautiful evening. Bye, Harshita. Bye, Jay. Bye, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow.